Guys, welcome back to my channel Gap Card. So today I will introduce you into another command on how to create a 3D part modeling. In our last class, I explained on how we are going to be using this revolve browse base and also the revolve cut, which are the revolve features. And I also explained the difference between this revolve browse base and extruded browse base. So today I'll be talking about swept browse base, the swept features on how I'm going to use these swept features and the difference between swept and revolve and extrude. So in today's class, we'll be able to know the applications of sweep and how or when are you going to use what sweep. So in sweep features, there are two things to consider, which make it quite different from revolved buzz base and extruded buzz base, while other features, which we are going to discuss later. In swept ball space, please note what I'm trying to say. There are two things to consider. Now, let's click on the swept ball space. So it can also be called sweep or sweep. It is just sweep is the past participle of what or sweep. Are you getting it? So it can be which are profile and what part. There are two things to consider when drawing a sweep features. You also have a profile and a what part. So what is a profile and what is a part? So okay, a profile from this definition, when you are drawing a sweep features, a profile must be a closed entity, either a circle, a rectangle, a polygon, or anything you want to design must be a closed entity. It must not be an open profile. Why a part is just from the English definition is like a way. I get it now. So a part can be a line, arc, mostly arc, line, and what spline. That's what definition of part and what profile is. So in this exercise, this one here, we'll be able to what we'll create a 3D SolidWorks transition pipe with sweep features. So with this exercise, you'll be able to understand more of sweep features. So the first thing to do, considering this um, diagram here, I used to tell you something that make sure you start from your front view, what you are seeing from your front view. So from my front view, I can see an arc like this, right? So you might not use the dimension I used here, but just make sure it is able what we want to get. Now, so what we'll do is that click on your front plane and make and click on sketch. And not from beginning when I was explaining to you, I said we in sweep features there are two things to consider, right? So the number one thing is that we want to create a sketch for parts. We are creating a what? A sketch for parts. So in creating a sketch for parts, you click on your front plane, you click and click on normal tool. Then from this picture here, you can see that a arc is being drawn here. An arc is being drawn in this place. So click on your arc, make sure it's picking it, and you draw your arc to any distance you want. And click on OK. But while drawing your sketch or for the sweep part, note that for each part or for one part of that your sketch, must be what? Must align with the origin, either vertically or horizontally. What I'm trying to say that this your sketch you're drawing, if you want to make it sweep, if you want to make it more convenient for you, and it won't be hard, you must ensure this the entity you are drawing, the sketch entity you are drawing for the part must align either horizontally or vertically. That is, if it's not aligning horizontally, this edge here must align with the origin vertically. But since this one is aligning with our origin horizontally, so we are good to go. So you can now dimension your work. You can dimension your work. You can dimension it to any what you want. You can just use, you can make your own 70. So you can try to adjust the arc if you want it to be in the middle. So you can click on OK. So we are done creating the what? The sketch for the part. So number two is create a sketch for the what? Profile. You create a sketch for the profile. So how will you create this sketch for the profile? You have to create a what? You and always know the plane you work with first. It's always, please, I'll continue saying it. Note the plane you are working with. It matters. Now the first one we use what? Flood plane. So to draw a circle, because from our drawing here is a circle we are going to draw to make this a pipe, a hollow pipe. Now to draw your circle, you have to think critically. What are you going to do? Are you going to start from the right plane or from the front plane? If you start from the right plane, you see it's always like it's almost joining it. But is it aligning with this point here? Look at it. Let me make it visible. Is it aligning with this point here? So if you should make it a normal two plane and you should draw your sketch, it will be at the side, it won't be at the edge of this arc here. Hope you are following. Now make this top plane visible too. It is above a little. It is above a little. Are you getting it? So to avoid all this mistake, what you will just do is that you can just create a new plane that must be at this edge here for you to draw your circle very well. So how you just create a new plane? You come to this reference geometry. Reference geometry, sorry, I just click on axis. You come to this reference geometry and click on plane. It will take a little while, but it will later display. Now, the first reference means the first plane you want to replicate. I get it now. That's the first reference. The first reference means what plane do you want to work with respect to. So I want to work with right plane. So it's showing me that okay, to what distance you want it to be. So I can say okay, instead of me clicking on distance because I didn't know the actual distance and what, I will just click on what the point there, then to take me directly to that point. Hope you are seeing it. Then you click on OK. So I'm now satisfied with this plane I now made because I can now work on it. So after you've made your plane, you can now hide the right plane and click on sketch on the plane you created. So it will give you the so, and this is what you are working with. To make it visible, you can just turn it so you know that you ensure that it's at the right point you are working with. So you click on circle, you click, you make two circles because you want to make it hollow pipe. Then you dimension it. You can dimension it to this one, which is the inner circle is 4 and the outer one is 5 in radius. So that will be 8 diameter and 18. Is it 18? Don't check. Okay, that one will be 10. It's 10. So when you dimension your work, always make sure you use the right dimension. So let's make this one 8, and let's make this one 10. So, and I said something when I was explaining part on profile. I said you must ensure the profile is a closed entity, that is, there's not an open space. Because if it is opened, it won't be able to work. But for revolve bus at last tutorial, it will work, it will help you convert it. You understand? But this one, it won't sweep it. So that's why you will able to know the differences. I get it now. So once you are done with this, then you can now go to your what, your features, and click on what, sweep profile. So this is where I will able to explain it to you now. So what will be your profile? Your profile will be your circle, and your path will be the arc, because I told you that path is the way. So what is trying to what, walk through is this circle that is trying to walk along this what, arc, from your English definition. So it's the circle that will be the what, the profile, and the path will be the what, the okay. So you've gotten the sweep features on how to use path and profile. Likewise, you've understand what is profile and what path. So you can perform that also using trying to create a pin like this. You would also make sure your sketch, your part, I getting it, is in form of something like this, and your profile is done like that. Hope you understand. But we aren't done with our design. We have to draw this, we have to draw this upper mouth here, which is this, right? So to continue, it's not something that is hard for you. Just rotate your pipe, rotate your pipe, then zoom. So click on this edge here, right? Click on this edge and press sketch. So you draw a circle. Try to rotate, try to find the origin of that circle and draw a bigger one. Likewise, draw another circle again, a layer, then press escape, press escape, and make sure this one is also, make that one convert that one to empty, convert it to a sketch. So after you convert it to a sketch, then you can now dimension it. So make this one 18 from the diagram. Make this one, can make this one 13, and getting it. So for ensure this one is a constructed line, because we are drawing a circle, they're not a real line. Then you now draw your circle from here. If you are following, you're drawing this circle. So you have to draw a pattern for it. And you now make this one maybe, let's make it 4. It's too big. Let's make it 3. I get it now. Then you can now what? Pattern your circle. Hope you are following. This is what we want to make, and this should be our origin. From beginning, it's trying to consider origin to be, but we want this to be our origin. So this is our origin. So you can also from here you can increase the amount of your circle to 4, to 5, to anything, but we are using 4. So this is here, it takes 60 degree and all like that. So when you're done with that, then you come to this features here and what, extrude. Extrude it. So we want it to face, make it inverse stuff. After you've extruded it, right? So this is what you'll be getting. After you extruded it, this is what you'll be getting. I change the color to any other color, so you can also go and change yours too. After you've extruded it, this is what you will be getting. Then the next thing you need to do is what? You create an axis. And how are you going to create your axis? You come to this reference profile here. I get it now. Let me show you how I created mine. Come to this reference profile here, you click this reference geometry, sorry. Then now we can work on this place. We can work on both on front plane and top plane. So I click on these two planes, and I click on my what? Top plane and my what? Right plane. Then it gave me this axis. I get it. The reason why I'm creating the axis is that because I want to mirror it, and mirroring this type of stuff, mirroring this type of component in this profile, in this part here, is very difficult because it's an arc. So I have to create an axis that it will be parallel to this object made there. So after I've made it like this, so the next thing for me to do is to mirror this component here, or this drawing I'm doing here, to this other side here. But it is going to be impossible because why? This is not a plain shape that I can just mirror easily like that. I get it. It is in a curved surface, and I can't use it like this. So the next thing for me is to create a plane that must be parallel to this shape here, so that I will be able to what? Mirror easily. So I'll create a plane, and that's the reason why I have to create an axis. So the axis has shown me what I want to get. So I've drawn my plane before already. So I'll just come to this place and show you how I created my plane. I created a plane. So I from the axis I choose, because I told you that first reference means what you want it to be, what in reference to, that you want it, like you want to make your plane you want to create to be parallel to that. Are you getting that? So that will be your projected view. Are you getting it? So the axis you created then will be your first plane, and you can now make any plane, either right or what front, either right or top plane, your plane, because you can't use a front plane here because it's a front plane you use to create this curve, and it will even show you where you want to work with. I told you that anytime you want to create plane, always look at your desired position. I get it. You want to work with. So I click on the right plane and I click on OK. After you've done that, after you've done the mirroring, let me make it visible. So your mirror, when you create your reference, when you create your plane must be in form of like this, must be an inclined one. If it's not inclined, I get it. If it's not inclined, then you've not gotten it. And make sure, as I was, let me show you. Make sure this plane you created, I get it. Make sure the plane you created is in the angle of 45, like the second reference, which is the right plane and the axis one. Are you seeing? Axis one and the right plane. Make sure they are in the angle of what? 45. We are not using distance now, we are using 45 degrees because our arc here is bent. So that I tell that you can't easily just mirror this object. You have to create an axis or a plane. So you will to what? Mirror it. So then you now click on what? Okay. Once you know it, that's why it is inclined, because it is made of an angle. So ensure you put it at angle 45. So after you make it like this, the next thing to do is now you can now mirror your object. So for my tree diagram here, I mirrored mine. I see it now. So how do I mirror it? You click on your mirror features. I get it. You click on your mirror features, then to show you something like this, that mirror face and plane, and also the bodies to mirror is also English. Mirror face and or plane, and bodies to what? Mirror. So the mirror face or plane is this plane here. The plane you created, and which one do you want to what? Mirror. The bodies. Then you now click on the body. You see bodies, you can click on the body or go to this tree diagram here and click on this extrude stuff. You see the same thing. So it must show you this preview. If it's not showing this preview, then we are not correct. So after you've done this, you can now what? Hide your plane because it's not showing you what to. So you can edit the color, the appearance of the pipe, the transition pipe, to anyone you want. You might use a chrome color. So, and from our desired shape, what you want to get here. So this is what you get. So thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you were able to know how to use sweep and its application, the sweep features, and you can able to differentiate between revolve and what extrude. Because with this video, I've basically it has shown you a long way on how to what and how to sweep. Because there is a profile and there is a path. And your profile, always know that your profile must be a closed loop, must be in a closed loop, while your path must be in a what? It can be a sketch like line, arc, or spline. It does not necessarily be a closed loop. But revolve, you must make it a what? A closed or open loop. It will help you revolve it. Are you getting? So there are different applications you can use sweep. For example, if you want to create a line hanger, you want to create a tube, an evaporator in your air conditioning, in your car. So there are many applications like that. Are you getting it? Just know that anything that does walk or revolve around a path, you have to use what? Sweep. So thank you very much for watching this video. So make sure you like and subscribe and also share for others to watch. Thank you very much.